mechanic Shiv here. I got this AUDI Q3 here. We're going to be doing the aircon compressor, very common to fail on these, and also we're going to be doing the AC condenser, which is behind the radiator fan in the radiator. So we're going to be going through how to do that, just an overview. AC compressor is pretty straightforward. There's a tensioner pulley up there. Okay. So we're going to be taking off the belt, very simple belt or design, and then we're going to be, you need to release the aircon gas out of the compressor, and then we're going to be taking the compressor off to give us some room with the condenser and whatnot, and then put that in at the end. Okay, as you can see, I've taken off 3 number 13 bolts, the 2 connectors, so that's high and low pressure to the pump. They have a T45 Torx bit. Now once you do that, I did say I was going to do the fan shroud, but I thought I'd get this out of the way. So you're going to go ahead and do these connections over here, and we're going to pull the pipes out that way, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do that one. What I'm going to do is actually take the bumper off. So I'm going to start off with these bolts here, and then maybe the side bolts, and then the headlights, and let's see where we go from there, because basically these things have to come off. There's tabs in there, okay, for that receiver dryer and the condenser kit, so we'll go from there. We'll do here to take the side bolts off, so we've taken off the top bolts, as you want to basically pull it with a pry tool, pull it all the way up, and then go underneath, just take off the this screw. Someone's taken this off before, so I'll be packing a washer here, okay, and then just go ahead and pry that open. And we're going to do the same thing for the other side, and then we're going to go down to the bottom and unhook the bottom out and go from there, see what the next step is. One thing I forgot to mention, when you do this part of the bolt, make sure you get this part here. Okay, so these ones here, which sit just in there, and then also unscrew the bottom plate and this thing, and then there's a connector here. Okay, you can do that one, the bumper's halfway out, just get a mate to help you with that, and then you should be able to take that bumper out. Very simple. Now when you come to this part here, you just got to know that there's these clips that end up breaking, but they're basically clipped in, and what you got to do is just get yourself a little pricking, like a trim removal tool, and just pry that open. Okay, yeah, I know it looks a bit wrong, but there's just little tabs in there that you got to take off. See, like this one here, an example, it's almost coming off, but I'm just showing you how fine this is. So can be a bit fiddly, and that, look at that one that just broke, so I'll have to cable tie that back together, but yeah, so I'll have to go down there, we'll move that out for now, and then we can expose our tabs over here. That's a bit of a mess here, but I'll end up cable tying them together. Okay, so what you'd have to do is I use the pry bar across this cross member here, and basically I pressed it in, and making sure we don't bottom out here, and while I was prying it, I actually got another screwdriver and pressed this in, and then I pried the other side, and like I said, when you take off anything, it's only 2 bolts holding it in. Okay, so there's that receiver dryer assembly in there, and that's the pipe. Just I left that off. That's from the condenser to the compressor. Okay, so in the next video I'll show you how to do the TX valve.